changed his life.
I stand in awe of the power of the God who's our creator. And Terry and I sit here on this program, and the Lord speaks to us, and it's the word of knowledge. It's one of the manifestations of the Holy Spirit.
Something not always godly.
Not always, that's right. That's right. Well, there's a lot of negative voices out there, as we know.
Yes, there are.
And
so how do you know when it's God saying, Perry, I want to speak this to you right now?
And sometimes you don't know. And I think you pray over it and you think about it. And sometimes you just, a lot of times I'll just envision, as you and I are talking here today, I may envision that I'm here talking with God. And how am I supposed to address this issue?
Okay? Realize Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He is the same for you right now. So let's pray. Let's call on his name and let him do the rest for you. Let's pray.
My mom and dad taught me a lot. My mom actually was a South African korfball player. So she was also into sport, my dad also. But he was more like in the guys' sports.
Passionate athlete who has been involved in sports her entire life. She started off with athletics on provincial level. You know how it is, primary school, then high school, and then you excel in university. Well, in her case, she did. Some people don't, but she did. She then decided to specialize in a multi-sport and also represented South Africa in a duathlon. And her CrossFit journey actually started with her boo, with Timo Rental. That was in 2013. And since then, they've been training together, competing partners. Now they're in business together. A family that stays together and plays together really does things well together. She also studied human movement science at the University of Pretoria, where she graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts in 2004. And to date, she has more than 10 years of experience in the sport industry. And she specializes also as a coach and in sports therapy. And like I said, I looked at her and I told you, I just want to be just like you when I grow up. But before I grow up, I want to be like you right now. So, Yanka, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, it's an awesome opportunity for us. And yeah, well, I'm here in Swakop with the vibe.
You know what I mean? No, the vibe is hot. The vibe is hot. So I was reading and I know you started primary school wise in terms of sports early on in your life, but your background, tell us about your childhood and how that was like for you.
I have an awesome childhood full of athletics and a childhood playing around, having benders and stuff. So my normal childhood. And as you said, in primary school, I started off with athletics. And when I went to high school, I started specializing in cross country and athletics as well. And yeah, I decided to study because obviously you need a job, especially in Africa. You can't have sport as a job, unfortunately. And after that, I went to university and studied sport, and that is where I excelled in athletics. And basically, when I got my two kids, when I went back to South Africa, we actually lived here for 2 years in Windhoek, and we moved back to South Africa. I started doing duathlons and so on, and then we saw CrossFit because actually my husband wanted to look at something else. And he said, no, he wants to try CrossFit. And I was like, okay, just go to your CrossFit. And I remember the first day he was actually at CrossFit. And I was actually giving a spinning class, and he messaged me because my music is on my phone. I'm like, he said he did Fran. And I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? You were at CrossFit. This is not CrossFit. And I actually remember walking out and I said, who is Fran? Yes. Who is Fran? And he said to me, no, man, don't worry. Yeah. It's a girl workout. So then I decided I have to go and have a look. Yeah. So I went for one day and I was going and I'm like, can I go 2 times a week? And after 2 times for like 2 weeks, I was like, can I go 3 times? And when I found myself, I was doing CrossFit the whole week. We started training for competitions and so on. Yeah. So it was not just for a lifestyle anymore or using CrossFit as an add-on for my sport that I'm actually doing. It was full-time CrossFit.
Oh, my goodness. Being a mom of 2 yourself, what are some of the life lessons that your own parents gave you that you use in your personal life and even in your business?
Yes. My mom and dad taught me a lot. My mom actually was a South African korfball player. So she was also into sport. My dad also, but he was more like in the guys' sports. So I didn't want to do the guys' sport. I was doing the girls' sport. So yeah, I've learned a lot. And also my sister learned me a lot about life. She's intellectually disabled. So she taught me patience.
And I think as a mom and as a businesswoman, you need a lot of patience to get things done.
Yes. Yes. And with the members.
Of course. Oh, yes. Yeah. Especially with the members and the athletes. And, you touched on it a little bit that, being in Africa, unfortunately, you cannot do this full time. So how have you managed, or how have you seen other people managed in terms of a side hustle? Did you have to have a side hustle and do this? And how have you managed to cooperate the two, doing what you still love, but still earning a living?
Yes, it is quite tricky. Especially for women, it's still fine. But I think for the men out there, you have to really find your niche, what you need to do. And especially today, your marketing if you have a sports business, your marketing you have to be on par. Because you need to pull the people in, motivate the people. And sports is all about motivation. And as I said, it's difficult doing like a professional sport and have a job, but it can be done. It can be done.
You heard it, Mo. It definitely can be done. We're still talking to Iyanka, the fittest ever, and she's actually challenged me. Actually, no challenge. She has motivated me to join one of the CrossFit classes, and hopefully we'll make time. Not even hopefully, no, we'll have to make time to join her and see what that's like. So what's on the playlist, Mo?
I like it. Cardi B, Beb Bunny. You know how I like it. Girl, stop it. I like it. We'll be rejoining Sibo and our Royal Hustler on the other side of this. It's up to you.
Yeah, I know it's not a challenge. When you say challenge, like maybe it has a negative connotation.
No.
Like maybe you will fail or maybe you will succeed. So that's why I changed it to she's motivated.
I mean,
even me looking at her, I'm motivated to get fit just like her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one as well. Now, Iyanka, you've always been an athlete throughout your life. It's now your career. You're in this business with your husband. How would you then encourage parents on how important sports actually is for their kids? You also being a mother yourself.
Sport should be a lifestyle. Because sport is not just sport. Sport is teaching you a lot of things in life. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you to play with a team, to be a team player. It teaches you to have patience. It teaches you to have that endurance just to go in life. And just also, it teaches you to make goals and to actually achieve those goals, because you have the one goal after the other and you're just reaching for them the whole time until you reach the top. Yeah. And if you do sports, you also always have people around you that helps you to get to those goals. So basically, sport is very important also for the over development of kids, and leaving your kids just in life today. It's so easy. And I've seen it now with the lockdowns as well with my two kids. They are not allowed to go out. They have to sit down the whole day in front of a computer. And it's just like that. And they're in that, how can I say in Afrikaans, that groove, and they can't get out of it. And just I need to tell them, listen, you need to do at least 1 hour a day. Just get out of your room and go do a sport, go walk with the dogs. Just do anything, not just sitting in the house. And unfortunately, our kids today, especially after the last 2 years, not just my kids, it's all over, struggles with depression because of them sitting inside the house doing nothing. And yeah, the lockdown didn't help us a lot.
No, it didn't help. And in fact, I totally agree. It's important to get out of the funk. Just get out of the funk, take a walk. It doesn't have to be extreme, but just take a walk, do something active, even as adults, not just for the kids. I love that so much. You came up with Fittest in Namib. Tell us what Fittest in Namib is, the competition, and how did you come up with the concept?
Okay, so the concept is actually, we are 5 boxes in Namibia. So each box have to host a competition. So we had started hosting it at the coast as our competition, but CrossFit Skeleton Coast is also part of this. And we decided just the fittest in the Namib. It's at the end of the year. We are at the coast, and it should be a bang because everybody is coming to the coast. So we struggled to get a name. It's not just us. We have people helping us, like event organizers that's with us organizing it. And we are now for 3 years that we present this now already. And it's a 2-day event. And it's awesome. It's 6 workouts. So the first day of the 2 days, we do usually like an endurance workout or something like that. So usually we have 2 different venues. This year, we're only going to have 1 venue the first day, and that would be at Namula. So there's going to be some water workouts and so that's basically that. So you guys must come and have a look as well, eh? So you have to see what it is about. And then on the second day, we are going to be at the athletics track, where we're going to have 4 events. The last event is the final. That is the one that you really want to watch, because that is where the fittest in the Namib is going to be crowned. It's a team of 2. So it actually would be 2 athletes, not just 1 athlete. It's and it's going to be hard. It's tough 2 days. And
well, it sounds like it, but I'm sure you have to really train, prior to get to this level. So for those that are interested to trying it out, even for next year or the year thereafter, what does it entail? How do I enter the competition? What do I need to do?
Well, the entries are already closed. But as you said there, you can be scaled as well. Okay. So you can be a beginner and also come and compete. So we have athletes in our box that's done CrossFit now for a month, and they're already entered. So you can enter even if you're not fit. You have to be fit, but you don't have to be able to do everything that the elite guys have to do. So it gives everybody a chance to actually feel what a competition about. And it's also what I told you about, the community, the vibe, the community, the people around the arena, and even the people just watching, the spectators. It's amazing. You should see it. You should come and experience.
I definitely should. For those that want to keep up with the information of Fittest in Namib, can you give us your website, any details that we can follow through?
Yes, they can go to the Facebook page, and then also they can watch the Instagram page. And then also, Buddy, they're also going to have, they release a few things of the Fittest in the Namib. They actually keep the athletes connected and all the staff connected. We are going to have vendors there as well, where you can go and buy some stuff, some food, some clothes, some CrossFit stuffy stuff. And then also... and we want to thank Manny's Bike Maker. It can't be possible without him.
Thank you, Anke, for coming. And I guess I'm going to see you tomorrow. Mo, it's been such a lovely time with both me and Yanka. And yes, she's really has. She's motivated me to do better and to be healthier, because it is a lifestyle. I've been talking to Fittest in the Namib, Yanka Rental, and like she said, and no, she's definitely not.
So that was another amazing interview. Stick around because we've got more. Did you miss that incredible 99 FM interview? Don't worry. You can listen to it in the app anytime, as many times as you want. Simply search for the interview you missed and voila. Afterwards, you can share it with friends so no one misses out. So what are you waiting for? Download it now on any mobile device and instantly become a 99 FM app store. 99 FM, your inspiration station.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Well, that's good news.
So get your GoCoda, GoTenna, and GoTV Plus from only $399 to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Amazing.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season.
Perfect for you.
And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
It was born about 5 years ago, and it was born literally looking at my dog called Buddy, and him smiling at me. And actually, it's coming way long. It's ideas and different sort of functions that have been playing in my mind.
All right. So I'm here with Wilco Ashenborn, which he was telling me off air that his surname is like legit Game of Thrones kind of a surname. Born from ashes is he, and he has over 20 years of hands-on professional business experience within multiple businesses ecosystems, specifically in the digital transformation space. And he is also intimately familiar with successfully launching and working with startups. He's describing himself as dream business coach and entrepreneur who helps to inspire and empower entrepreneurs to successfully launch their dream business in under 90 days. Yes, it can be done in just 90 days. And he joins us this morning as our Royal Hustler to share the inspiring story behind the Buddy app and Stay today. Wilco, welcome to the show.
Hi. Welcome.
No, yes, really. No, we are very much happy to be here at Desert Sands. We're very much happy to be at the coast and using the Buddy app. But we'll get to the Buddy app in just a hot second. Let's get to know the man behind the 90-day magic. So tell us a little bit about yourself, how you grew up. What kind of child were you even?
I think I was like I always teach my kids, a very naughty child. So expressing what I always wanted to express. So really think from a young age, being who I am was very important for myself and expressing that thoroughly. So, but naughty definitely pops out right there. Yeah.
I'm always curious about, when entrepreneurs grow up and they find themselves in different spaces. When you were a kid, did you also harness one dream, or were you also all over the place in terms of how you saw yourself and how your life would pan out?
No, I think, like all kids, we dream I think as that we dream in many ways and different things. So at one point, I think I wanted to be a firefighter and a policeman. And I really early on didn't really know much. Even later, when I finished school, I wasn't really sure exactly what I was going to do with my life. I just knew, I felt I needed to change or make a difference. I love the two words you used earlier. Empower and inspire are kind of the key things that I've always felt attracted to and that I always expressed, and that sort of fueled me. And I've harnessed these things in the way I express myself in the businesses that I've created. So I think today, and I'm 40 now, literally tomorrow.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. It's finally sort of in a way really coming into those two exact specific words. But before then, it was kind of a bit everywhere and all over the place, and learning by doing. I think that's a big part of being an entrepreneur, is you do something, you try something, and you fail often, fail forward, and fail with success,
Oh, I love that. Failing forward and failing with success. What would you say is some of the highlight lesson, the one lesson that either your mentor or a parent imparted to you to help you on the journey that you're on right now?
I think what I love most is my dad, my dad was a key sort of pillar in my life. My mum passed when I was very young still. And so my dad kind of took both roles, and he was just absolutely amazing. And I think the one thing he really bestowed upon me was kindness. I think the most important aspect of everything and anything we can own for ourselves, starting with ourselves, is kindness. And then obviously from that space, expressing it through who we are and then through what we do. And I think kindness is for me key. And I love that I've gotten that gift from my father, and I can actually see it pass through to my son as well, the male side. My daughter as well, but sometimes it's missing a bit. No, but it's definitely visible there.
That's very, very interesting. So how, because I'm hearing so much from you, so I'm just intrigued to find out what would then be your definition of success.
It's also changed quite a lot. In the beginning, it was on a lot of external facets, money, fame, power.
Of course.
No, it was definitely, you know, I think our definition in business is money, you know, and it's not wrong. I think it's definitely, I'll put it in apostrophes, right, because right and wrong is just a label we give it, but it's something we can measure our success against, right? And it should just not be the ultimate driving force. You should find the fire inside that which gives you your passion, your love, your energy. And then money will come by default, in my opinion. But, so it was definitely at some points really just, I wanted to have the big house, lots of cars, lots of businesses. And I had a lot of that. And then Buddy came and I put it all in there. But then I realized, so Buddy is really a big part of an expression of myself, from a different, space. So it changed a bit from the outside, lots to the inside, and having a lot of opportunity to reflect from within and really knowing and standing in a space of making a difference, not just obviously starting with myself and the people around me, but for businesses, you know, and Buddy is really in that space. It empowers businesses to expose themselves in the market and to make money, and to be available. And it also inspires people with so many features and functions. So the consumer side, and all of what we do is inspirational and innovational tech. So we are very ahead of our time still in Namibia. So much so that South African companies and stuff are looking at us and saying, wow, how are these guys doing all of these stuff? And that's kind of the roles that I love to play.
So you see, Buddy is more than just a simple app. It is a lifestyle app. And I'm going to touch more on that when Mo tells us what's on the playlist. So we jam a little bit and we will be talking about the Buddy app because I've been using it. I think I've been more than using it. I've been abusing it.
Look like fun. Oh, hey, Sibo. And Wilco from Buddy Up. There's so much that is going on there, and there's so much that I want to know. Tell us, please ask Wilco. I want to know what's going on there, Buddy. Please.
I will. This is right. So yes, Wilco, tell us about the Buddy app and how it was born.
It was born about 5 years ago, and it was born literally looking at my dog called Buddy, and him smiling at me. And actually, it's coming way long. It's ideas and different sort of functions that have been playing in my mind, and it was just always missing one element, and this element was in that moment. It was this aha moment when I looked at my dog. He was smiling back at me, which is kind of the smiley face that we've born in the brand and the logo. And I had the aha moment, and everything kind of came together in that moment for me. So, you know, in the backbone, we set up the chat center, which is the key to Buddy, where you can ask Buddy anything. And that was kind of the missing element for all of the rest to follow. So 5 years ago, we created Buddy as a fintech. We only launched 2 years ago into the market. So we were developing for 5 years or 3 years and now 5 years. And yeah, he's next level, definitely. So many features, so many functions, always been about the consumer and him having access to quality information, you know, that personal assistance. And that's kind of the key, you know, Alexa, Google, all of these do that. So, yeah.
No, Buddy makes me feel very fancy because, like you said, it is personal assistant, and I love having a PA. Someone's just order around. And one of the features that we tried out last night, which was so amazing, was Buddy Eats. And I just wanted to touch on after the pandemic, because what we saw with the pandemic is like everything needs to be online, accessibility and so forth. So would you say that the Namibian market is becoming more savvy with online payments and booking platforms like Buddy?
Yes, I think definitely the pandemic helped sort of exponentially expose tech businesses in Namibia. We all started embracing it more. I never say it was a good thing because, you know, in all due respect, it wasn't. But in the same breath, I say innovation gets harnessed in times where there's a lot of pressure, and we have to start thinking out of the box. And I think we've always, you staying in this space, Perfect Stay, Desert Sands, which is a business, an idea that was born and bred in that pandemic space, which is really relying on tech. And so Buddy definitely harnessed that opportunity where people started to embrace and look at technology and go towards tech. One of the key features there being Buddy Eats, or which allows you to get anything pretty much delivered with smiles. And obviously smiles meaning many things, but smiles with $S, the main thing being money back in your pocket, which you can spend back through Buddy at any Buddy business. So that was kind of, I think, one of also the unique facets that we started incorporating in our business as we grew. And it's our underlining sort of tagline, Buddy adds smiles to your day.
I love that. Oh, that is so, so beautiful. Finally, what are your hopes for the future in terms of Namibia, especially in terms of the tech space?
I can definitely see from where I'm looking at, from this vantage point, that so many different businesses are popping up all over the place. So many entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, are starting to embrace this space out of their garage, backyards, in their rooms. And I love it because, that was never so visible before. And I know how difficult and hard it is sometimes to start something with limited people around you that believe, your vision and you need the money and all of those resources that are not always available and readily available here. But there's so many businesses that have popped up, GZE and all these guys that are starting to help and embrace this route. So for any entrepreneur out there, I think this is an amazing opportunity for you to go and build on those dreams, embrace tech because it makes everything easier and efficient. It really does help everybody collaborate, communicate, engage, empower, and inspire, right? There we go.
That's what we do. We empower and we inspire. That was Wilco Ashenberg, our royal hustler for today, the man behind the Buddy app. Follow our stories if you want to know how to use the Buddy app. Like I said, I ordered some amazing treats for me and the munchkins. It was on me. It was on Buddy. It was on Buddy. But it was on me. So how to use Buddy, the different features that Buddy has. Again, it's on our social media. Find it on our Instagram. Our Instagram handle, again, it's at 99FM NAM. That's 99FM NAM. Royal Hustler, Wilco Ashenburn, the man born from the ashes. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I went there, Mo. Yes, I did.
Royal Hustlers was proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation.
Good today, better tomorrow.
Just want to say thank you for everything you have done for me. You took me from nothing to something. I'll sing for you and let your name be glorified.